I was just starting high school. I wanted to go to either Harvard, universities, or Cambridge. When it first started, it felt more like a chronic headache, sleep fatigue. My brain would swell. I'd have loss of memory. I could faint or be incoherent for several weeks. My parents were terrified for my health. I started going to the hospital once a week, 3 times a week, 4 times a week, to the doctor's office. When I started blacking out and I stopped being able to remember the things on quizzes or in general just conversations that I had with people, it started being, rather than what I couldn't remember, it started being what I could remember, and it really scared me. I had probably about 20 medications that I had to take about 3 times a day. I had to make sure that I was at a certain temperature. If I got too hot, I would black out. I had to maintain my physical exertion. If I did anything quicker than like a brisk walk, I'd probably black out. I had just turned 18 and it was going to be my first doctor's appointment on my own. So I come in, I meet this doctor for the first time. She goes over to her computer screen and starts looking at stuff, and she reads off the computer, okay, so since you've been diagnosed with brain systemic lupus, and I'm like, wait, what? What? And she's just like, you've been diagnosed with brain systemic lupus. And I was like, I have? Later I came back and they gave me some specifics. They told me how long it was probably going to be. I probably had till I was 25. My mom calls me and she's like, Mikariel, I think you should come down and do BSSM 1 at Bethel, Reading. And I was like, what? Why? And she's like, I think if you came here, you'd get healed. I don't think school will help me at all. And she's like, I think you should go. And I was like, Mom, there's nothing in Reading. There's nothing there. It's like, Mom, it's hot down there. I can't get over a certain temperature, and it's always 100 degrees there. She's like, you should pray about it. I felt like God really told me that this is something He had for me. My mom was like, I think we should go to service. I think Chris is speaking tonight. And I was like, yeah, probably. And she looks over at me and she's like, yeah, you don't look good though. And I was like, yeah, but if I faint, people will just think I'm manifesting, so it'll be all right.
Somebody has a brain disorder. It's actually something wrong with your brain, physically wrong with your brain. It's got a long name to it, and you've been diagnosed, and it's incurable. And the Lord's going to heal you right now, right here, tonight.
I actually have terminal brain systemic lupus, and
what's it called?
Terminal brain systemic lupus. He came up and everyone was praying for me, and I was feeling really happy, but I still had a headache. And he came up and he asked me if I still had any pain, and I said yes. And he put his hands on my head and told the spirit of trauma to leave, and I don't have any pain in my head anymore.
That's good word right there.
And I just knew that I was healed beyond a shadow of a doubt. I wasn't in any pain. So the next day I got invited to go hiking on a hike up this waterfall next to Whiskey Town. It's extreme heat and it's physical exertion. And I was fine. I didn't take any more medication from the very first day. It was like basically being resurrected because all my brain functions were there. I'm applying, not this coming year, but next year for Oxford. A lot of people asked me why I continued going to college and school if I was going to die, and it was like, I wanted to give God my best. I definitely don't think I would have made it through that time if I had carried offense through that, and and I don't think I would have been able to get through that time if I hadn't had Him there with me through it all. Dang it.